Hello, my name is Dorian Kelly and I am the musical director of Saddleworth Male Voice Choir, and I would like to welcome you to our virtual St George's Day concert. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, SMVC has kept going throughout the last 12 months with online rehearsals, quizzes, open mic nights and performances broadcast on YouTube. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the choir's accompanists Louise Brennan and Elaine Chapman, our chairman John Watts, our secretary Kerry Davies, all the committee as well as the members of the choir for their help and dedication and for embracing the technology required to make online activities a viable option. I would also like to thank them for their help in organising this event. Lastly, I would like to thank you for watching. Your support is much appreciated. Thank you. As followers of the choir will know, we do an annual St George's Day concert, but as this is not possible this year, we decided to create a virtual performance and have invited guests that have shared the platform with us in the past to join us for this concert. So sit back in a comfy chair with the beverage of your choice and enjoy our virtual St George's Day concert.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, my name's Dave Chapman. I'm the leader of the Broadway Big Band. We're a big band based in Saddleworth, and can I first of all say we're very pleased to be invited to take part in the Saddleworth Male Voice Choir St George's Day virtual concert. At the very beginning of the lockdown, the very first lockdown in February 2020, a long time ago it seems now, to keep the band together, we decided we'd do a series of lockdown or virtual recordings and post these online, hopefully raise a little bit of money for the NHS too. The very first of these was an arrangement of Harold Arlen's Somewhere Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz. We were very surprised and encouraged by the reception that it got, and that spurred us on to do a few more. So here for you this evening is our very first lockdown video of Harold Arlen's Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
I'm only Hi everyone, my name's Ian Smith and I have the honour of being the leader of the second tenor section in Saddleworth Male Voice Choir. We're always excited here in the choir to unearth new musical talent, and it is my privilege to introduce to you a group of young lads who we think are destined for great things in the music business. Singing the Keith Hancock song, When I Were a Lad, tonight, Opportunity Knocks for the Oldham Tinkers.
Well, often they say that the kids of today, they don't know what real hardship is. And when I was a lad, that's what I got from me dad, and I'll bet that's what he got from his. Over in me dad's day, they were all on low pay, his mother had out in her purse. And when she was a lass, there was even less brass, and things were a bloomin' sight worse. Oh, when I were a lad, all the times they were bad, but not quite as bad as when me dad were a lad. When me dad were a lad, it were nearly as bad as when me dad were a lad. In the days long gone by, the summers were dry, the kids run around in bare feet. Now the sun was so hot, all your cares were forgot, it melted the tar in the street. Now the sun was so strong and the summers so long, for 12 months that's all as we had. But what's more I say, they're lucky today, 'cause by hell their winters were bad. When I were a lad, all the time they were bad, but not quite as bad as when me dad were a lad. When me dad were a lad, it were nearly as bad as when me dad were a lad. Now when I was quite small, we had no fears at all, could walk down the street late at night. If you met someone else all alone like yourself, you just smile and wish 'em good night. It's not safe anymore when you walk through your door, well, someone could kick in your brains. When we were young we had flair, and we always fought fair with flick knives and bicycle chains. When I were a lad, all the time they were bad, but not quite as bad as when me dad were a lad. When me dad were a lad, it were nearly as bad as when me dad were a lad. When me granddad were born, longer dresses were worn, a girl had to cover her skin, and an ankle no more any man ever saw, said the butler when his luck were in. Now bird breasts are on view to me and to you every year when we walk on the beach. In the warm summer air, young girls everywhere show parts even like I can't reach. You and I were a lad all the time they were bad, but not quite as bad as when me dad were a lad. When me dad were a lad, he were nearly as bad as when me dad were a lad. You and I were a lad all the time they were bad, but not quite as bad as when me dad were a lad. When me dad were a lad, he were nearly as bad as when me dad were a lad.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Kerry. I'm a baritone with Saddleworth Male Voice Choir, and I'm proud to be the choir secretary. It's my privilege this evening to introduce the next of our special guests, Austenley Brass. Back in 2015, I recommended to the committee that we should perhaps invite Austenley Brass to be our guests for our 2016 St George's concert at Uppermill Civic Hall. And I'm sure any of you who were there for that concert will not have been disappointed by what you heard. That outstanding group of musicians. They're going to play for us for their first item this evening, the King's March and Princess Eugene's March by Jeremiah Clarke. Best known for his trumpet voluntary, English Baroque composer Jeremiah Clarke wrote royal marches full of nobility, grandeur and Baroque splendour. The King's March was written in the year 1700 and Princess Eugene's March followed 2 years later in 1702. Clarke wrote both marches in response to the contemporary vogue for trumpet tunes, and both marches appeared as songs in their earliest forms. I'm sure you'll agree that for music that's 321 years old, the music still sounds exciting, rousing and majestic in this arrangement by the wonderful London trombonist Eric Crease. Please enjoy the King's March and Princess Eugene's March by Austenley Brass.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, its only seed. Is the heart afraid of breaking, that never learns to dance? Is the dream afraid of waking, that never takes a chance? It's the one who won't be taken, who cannot seem to give, and the soul afraid of dying, that never learns to live. When the night has been too lonely, and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong, just remember, in the winter, far beneath the bitter snows, lies the sea that with the songs of in the spring becomes the rose.
Hello, I'm Donald Craven and I sing in the baritone section. I'd like to introduce April Grimes singing Spring Waters, composed by Sergei Rachmaninoff in 1896, accompanied by Daniel Gordon. She has been guest soloist at a number of SMVC concerts, also soprano soloist in our two most recent Messiahs. Incidentally, April and her fiancé, Peter, are getting married on the 24th of April, and I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate them and wish them a very long and very happy marriage from all at SMVC.
Hello, my name is Maurice Stanley and I'm in the bass section of Saddleworth Male Voice Choir. Our next guest is among the many well-known Lancashire comedians, starting with Norman Evans in the 1950s, through Ken Dodd, Jimmy Tarbuck, Eric Sykes, George Formby, Les Dawson, both Cannon and Ball, John Bishop, Peter Kay and Eric Morecambe. I'm delighted to introduce my favourite, a man who's not just a comedian but a singer and a writer of very funny stories and limericks, some of which you can read in his new book, Shorts Go Forth. So I'm introduced Bernard Wrigley.
Hello everyone, hope you're coping with all this strangeness. For my little spot I thought I'd read you a few verses from my brand new book, or book, it's not expensive. Shorts Go Forth, it's the fourth one, hence the spelling you see. Never mind, right. Here are some verses. Each time I look in the mirror, it always ends the same. The face looks rather familiar, but I can't remember the name. My hearing aid cost £4,000. It's state of the art, you see. Very nice, I said. What kind is it? He said, just gone 3:15. In the latest Kama Sutra, Barclays Bank now take a cut. They give you 12 positions, but 10 of them are shut. I still enjoy sex at 95. The reason's quite clear, you see. I live at 97, so it's very convenient for me. Here's a fact about growing old, though the wife doesn't see the joke. It's having sex with a pensioner that puts me off my stroke. I ate 6 cans of alphabet soup. You might not think that's clever. You'd be right, because I've just had the biggest vowel movement ever. Gladys, our milkman's had every woman in the road bar one, it's true. She said, aye, that'll be that snotty cow who lives at 52. If I ever become dependent on a machine for life and could only live on fluids, the bloke said to his wife, I want you to be positive. Don't weep or hang your head. Tell me that you'd pull the plug. Don't hesitate, he said. His wife got up immediately. She didn't have to think. She unplugged the television and poured his lager down the sink. Crown Green bowling is so sedate, giving slow people great satisfaction. It's the only sport where the slow motion replay is faster than the original action. It's easy conducting music. Let me tell you how. Just wave your stick till the music stops, then turn around and bow. Mother, do you want to be buried or cremated when you're dead? She looked her daughter straight in the eye. I don't know, surprise me, she said. I can still get into the same skirts I used to before we were wed. Her husband replied without moving his lips. I wish I could, he quietly said. Doctor, I'm always edgy. I'm so tired that I could weep. Do you wake up grumpy in the mornings? No, I usually let him sleep. There's something going on in my wardrobe. I'm sure it could win a few prizes. I hang something in it for just a short while. When I take it out, it's shrunk by 2 sizes. Hello, Jean. How's that lad of yours? Has he done his master's degree? And when he's got that under his belt, will he go for a PhD? And tell me, when he's finished his studies, what's he going to be? She looked him in the eyes and said, A pensioner, if you ask me. I can't see a reason for your constant poor health. I'm sure it must be the drink. In that case, the patient said, getting his coat, I'll come back when you're sober, I think. Two blokes sat on a park bench. Gary does some wonderful drawings for these. I'm 95, I ache all over, and parts that don't ache I can't feel. I could do with renewing all me insides, from me head right down to me heel. Well, I feel like a newborn babe, said his mate with a look of regret. No teeth, no hair, and I need to change me trousers 'cause these are all wet. The people here will eat anything, said the tour guide as we passed through Jakarta. In Britain, My Little Pony is a toy. Over here, it's a starter. Every time I sneeze, I have an orgasm, the woman cried. Have you taken anything for it? Yes, pepper, she replied. Was my mum clever or just a bit thick? It was hard to work out which. She never could see the irony when she called me a son of a bitch. A couple more. Help yourself to freebies, said the sign on the bathroom wall. I did, though the heated towel rail was the most difficult of them all. Oh, better not do that one. I'm having amnesia and deja vu at the same time, don't you know? The reason is because I think I've forgotten this before. When you take folk apart like machines, is it fun? Said his mum. How do you mean? Well, I heard me dad say his one greatest perk was screwing the arse off a woman at work. And finally, I can hardly lift this coffee cup, said a bloke in the old folks' place. And my eyes are bad. I can hardly see my hand before my face. It makes you wonder, said another, if it's worth it being alive. Well, look at it this way, the first one said. At least we're still able to drive. Thank you. You can have a look at the book at the website if you like. There it is, bernardwrigley.com. Enjoy the rest of. See you soon, hopefully.
I hear thy welcome voice.
My name's Stuart Ogden. I'm a member of the baritone section of Saddleworth Male Voice Choir. Our next entertainers are a wonderful ladies' choir that we have shared a stage with previously, singing Mr. Sandman by Pat Ballard, conducted by Hilary Henderson, and accompanied by Rachel Gibbon. Welcome, the Saddleworth Singers.
Hello everyone, my name is Mike Madden. I'm a member of the bass section of Saddleworth Male Voice Choir. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our next guest, the Hometowners, with their guest Tony Downs performing Deportees by Woody Guthrie, which was recorded way back in 2011 at Uppermill Conservative Club.
They're flying us back to the Mexican border. It takes all the way back down. Goodbye to my friends, goodbye Rosalita, adios mes amigo, Dulce Maria, you won't have a name when you ride the big aeroplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Some of us are illegal, some are wonderful. Our work contracts out, now we have to move on. There's 600 miles to the Mexican border. They chase us like outlaws, like Christmas waiting. Goodbye to my friends, goodbye Rosalita, adios mes amigo, who say, Maria, you won't have a name when you ride the big aeroplane. All they will call you will be deportee. My father's own father once waded the river. Little God for me that yearned his life. My sisters and brothers all watch your fruit fields. Some rode on till they lay down to die. Goodbye to my friends, goodbye Rosalita, adios mes amigo, who say Maria, you won't have a name when you ride the big aeroplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Skyplane caught fire over Las Gatas Canyon. Just like a fireball lightning, it fell through its head. To all its friends, all scattered like dead leaves, of Arabian friend, set us before thee. Bye to my friends, goodbye Rosalita, adios mes amigo, who say Maria, you won't have a name when you ride the big aeroplane. All they will call you will be deportees. Is this the best way we can grow up with orchards? Is this the best way to grow up with fruit? To die like dry leaves and rot on your topsoil, and be known by no name except deportee. Come on, everyone. Goodbye to my friends, goodbye Rosalita, adios mes amigo, who say Maria, you won't have a name when you ride the big aeroplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Goodbye to my friends, goodbye Rosalita, adios mes amigos, who say Maria, you won't have a name when you ride the big aeroplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Yay! Yay! Woo!
Our second lockdown video is an arrangement of the Count Basie Joe Williams classic, All Right, OK, You Win. For this arrangement, I asked Gary Johnson, our bass player, to put the arrangement together for the band, and Melanie Oliver, one of our saxophone players, to do some alternate lyrics to try and get across the message that the National Health Service and the government were giving out. All right, OK, stay in. Two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just got to be that way. Take it away. Alright, stay in. You win. Keep your loved ones safe. Well, alright, stay in. You win. If you stay on the case, as tough as you think it might be, we can make it through. You will see. All that I am asking. Hard to do. Well, alright, okay, you win. It's the thing to do. Well, alright, stay in. You win. It's what you gotta do. Help the NHS this way. Let's do what the doctors say. See it through. Alright, stay in. You win. It's the thing to do. Alright, stay in. You win. You'd be foolish not to keep your distance every day. It's just got to be that way. Well, alright, stay in. You win. Give the world a break. Alright, stay in. You win. For the future's sake, we'll ride the storm so we can be. See our friends and our family. Alright, okay, you win. Stay in.
Hello, I'm Paul McCann and I sing in the baritone section. I'd like to say a few words about our very worthy guests, the Oldham Tinkers. Here at SMBC, we've had the privilege of welcoming the Tinkers to a few of our concert events over recent years, and they performed to the delight of our audiences on each of those occasions. We've formed a real bond with the gents and know their music to be very special, and therefore it gives me great pleasure to welcome them on behalf of the choir to perform one of our favourite songs from their vast collection, namely I'm On Like Thee. That's taken from the album Best at Bunch, released back in 1974. Thank you.
Straight in, no messing.
There's an old chap lives down our street in a cosy cottage greenhouse, and on a Sunday morning when it's fine, I often goes and sits with him to have a smoke and chat. because he is a dear old friend of mine. And when it's getting dinner time and dinner's ready then, I think it must be time for me to go. But he goes and hangs me out just behind the earth front door. And then to my surprise I hear him say, what does he say? Hey, I'm always glad to see him on like thee. That's as welcome, lad, as welcome as can be.
You know it.
Fetch the cheer up to table, stop as long as thou art able, for I'm always glad to see him all like thee. One day when I was sat with him, there came a loud rat-tat. There came a loud rat-tat on Jack's front door. Here his oar to open it, and there to his surprise an hungry tattered beggar stood outside. He asked Jack for a crust of bread. Jack looked him through and through, then said, "Unless the art lad come inside." And he went and hung his hat up just behind the out front door. And to the tramp's surprise, he heard Jack sing, every line rhymes, "Hey, I'm always glad to see him on like thee. That's as welcome, lad, as welcome as can be. Fetch the cheer up to table, stop as long as thou art able, for I'm always glad to see him on like thee." Now that beggar did not eat a bit, but down his filthy streaming, the tears came flowing like a shower of rain. Give him rain. He cried, "Jack, dost not know me? Dost not know the long lost brother? These 50 years away now back again. I've only put these clothes on, just me lad to try thee, for I'm not poor but rich as sunny you. I'm not welcome to it all, lad, the wife and children too, and that's because me lad I've found thee true.
Itchy coo.
Hey, I'm always glad to see him on like thee. That's as welcome, lad, as welcome as can be. Fetch the cheer up to table, stop as long as thou art able, for I'm always glad to see him on like thee.
Our next item is a choir that I spent 7 very happy years with as musical director, Chapel on the Frith Ladies Choir. It's lovely to have them with us in the very capable hands of musical director Sam Gilliatt and accompanist Jane Simmons. And here's Sam to introduce the item himself.
Hello, Dorian and everyone at Saddleworth Male Voice Choir, and hello to anyone watching this virtual concert at home. My name's Sam, and I'm here with Chapel on the Frith Ladies Choir, and we're delighted to be able to join you today. Thank you for having us with you. You're going to listen to an old recording of ours from a concert of one of our old favourites, Mac the Knife. And whilst you won't be able to hear us live, you'll be able to see that we're all singing along and having a wonderful time. Enjoy.
Out of sight.
Lovely stuff. Well done, ladies. Thank you very much to everyone watching this at home. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. A big thank you and take care, and all the best from us here at Chapel on the Frith Ladies Choir.
You shall cross the barren desert, but you shall not die of thirst. You shall wander far in safety, though you do not know the way. You shall speak your words in foreign lands, and all will understand. You shall see the face of God and live. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest. If you pass through raging waters, in the sea you shall not drown. If you walk amid the burning flames, you shall not be harmed. If you stand before the bar of hell and death is at your side, know that I am with you through it all. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest. And I will give you rest.
Hello, my name's John Watts. I'm the choir chairman and a member of the choir's wonderful but modest baritone section. The next contribution to our concert comes from someone who needs no introduction. John Pearce is a gifted Welsh tenor who has sung with the choir on many occasions as a Messiah soloist and as a special guest at several Uppermill concerts. Here is John's rendition of Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Skies are blue. that's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then why can't I? Someday I wake and rub my eyes, and in the land beyond the skies you'll find me. I'll be a laughing daffodil and leave the silly cares that fill my mind behind me. Somewhere over the rainbow, birds fly, birds can fly over the rainbow. Why, then why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't
And so it's time for a second item from Austenley Brass. But before we hear them again, I spoke to Gareth Beckwith, one of their number and a good friend of mine, earlier on this week, and asked him if he'd send through some notes by way of introducing the group and to explain how they've coped during the last 12 months. Here's what Gareth says. The players who make up Austenley Brass continue to work in many different musical ensembles and musical environments throughout the north of England and indeed further afield. Our highly versatile musicians are engaged in many types of professional musical performances, with broadcast studio recordings, TV performances and live performances to their names. The recent global pandemic has been an incredibly challenging time for all musicians across the UK, Europe and indeed the entire musical world. Our own experience as professional musicians has seen us unable to perform live music to audiences for a never experienced before extended period of time. Over the many, many years the members of Austenley Brass have been performing music, this time away from live music has been absolutely unique. Versatile as ever, the playing personnel of Austenley Brass have adapted to the challenges presented and continue to share their musical talents, creating home studio recordings, creating video teaching resources for numerous music students in schools and music services across the north of England. Also challenging and adding to their own musical skill set, learning how to professionally video edit and produce high quality sound recordings. Gareth says, we were delighted to be asked to be part of this unique online recording project by our good friends at Saddleworth Male Voice Choir. Austenley Brass are very much looking forward to performing again in a live capacity and hopefully not too distant future. In the short term, please feel free to check our website for lots of sound clips and video recordings of the group at www.austenleybrass.co.uk. And they wish everyone involved with Saddleworth Male Voice Choir all the very best wishes and look forward to sharing the stage again with us in the near future. So for their second number, Soul Bossa Nova, written by Quincy Jones for his 1962 album Big Band Bossa Nova for Mercury Records. The tune has been used by numerous producers in films such as Sidney Lumet's The Pawnbroker, Woody Allen's Take the Money and Run, and the instantly recognisable theme tune for the Austin Powers series of movies. The Soul Bossa Nova theme was also used as the theme tune for the 1998 FIFA World Cup, as well as being used in various computer games and by the Canadian group Dream Warriors in their hip-hop hit My Definition. Soul Bossa Nova is, Gareth says, without a doubt, one of our most requested pieces for concert programmes. This fantastic arrangement is from the pen of former Halle Orchestra tuba player and eminent composer Andrew Duncan. So sit back and enjoy Soul Bossa Nova by Austenley Brass.
Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, I want to be there in the number. When the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, I want to be there in the number. When the saints go marching in, saints marching, saints marching, saints marching, saints. I want to join the heavenly band, heavenly band. I want to join the heavenly band. I want to hear the trumpets blowing when the saints go marching in, marching in. I want to see that big white gate, big white gate. I want to see that gate, big white gate. I want to see those doors swing open when the saints go marching in, marching in. the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in, I want to be there in their number. When the saints go marching in, marching in. Oh, when the band begins to play. Oh, when the band begins to play, I want to be there in their number. When the band begins to play, hallelujah, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in, I want to be there in their number. When the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in.
Dear friends, that concludes our concert for St George, which I sincerely hope you have enjoyed. The choir is hugely indebted to our MD Dorian Kelly, who has stretched his technical skills in putting the concert together. Many thanks to our special guests for their contributions, to Louise and Elaine, our two wonderful accompanists, and to Kerry Davis, our choir secretary, who has been busy in the background. Throughout the past 14 months, despite having no income from concerts, the choir has continued to raise money for Mobiloo, our chosen charity. We have minimised our expenditure, and the amazing financial support from choir members, patrons and friends has limited our losses. If you feel so inclined, please go to our Just Giving link and any donations will be gratefully received. Many, many thanks, and we look forward to singing to you live in concert very soon. Goodbye.